Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Reborn versus Team Limitless. Reborn winning game number 1 pretty handily, jumping straight into this draft. Team Limitless with the Wraith ban and Reborn banning Rampage. 2 solid bans there. I feel like this is I don't know if it's a respect ban. Like Involve played so well on Faye. It's interesting to see the Wraith ban. You would expect a different ban there. Severog picking up for Team Limitless. Reborn instantly locking in the Kwong and the Grux pick. No hesitation at all with that Kwong and Grux pick. Reflect most likely going to be on the Kwong. Grux in the jungle on Leo Grande. Muriel picked up for Team Limitless. I mean, this draft is going pretty quickly. These guys know what they want to do here. Are you surprised we're not seeing Reborn prioritize Revenant like first pick?
I think that they're just very comfortable with the picks that they can bring in for logic. Like last time they had him on a Murdoch. I think he could also show us some Drongo play if he really wanted to. I don't think that Reborn are too worried about their carry pickups here. They'd much rather get a good matchup in the solo lane, which they definitely need to with the Sevrog being first pick, and then get something aggressive out of the jungle for Jay Leo so that you can really get things going. I think they should be careful with the Grux pickup so early. It's a hero that I've sort of seen abused a little bit. Since it's not, you kind of have to go tanky on him in order to be effective in a game because he tends to get just kind of chunked down out of the jungle now. So I think they should be a little bit more careful with the Grux picked up so early in the draft. But with someone like Jay Leo on it, I think it's definitely going to be pretty potent this game.
I mean, Jay Leo is one of the best junglers in the game. I would say he's one of the best shot callers in the game as well. It's one of the reasons I think Reborn is so effective is because of his ability to help control his team and lead them to victory. Faye and Zinx picked up for Reborn. Zinx in the support position. If you can't pick Muriel, pick up Zinx. I think Zinx is a fantastic support right now with her changes and is definitely the role she should be played in. We've seen her work as a carry. I've also seen her work as mid lane, but I just think she is a incredible support right now. Involve back on the Faye. Murdoch picked up for Limitless here, which means they need a jungle pick or maybe an offlane pick, depending on who runs Severog where.
Probably jungle, maybe the solo lane if they really don't want to put the Sevrog there. But it should be, it really should be Sevrog in the 1v1 because if you take Sevrog out of the mix in that lane, then Kwang just kind of has free roam because that's the kind of hero that he is.
Right. So Steel picked up for the side of Team Limitless. I expect this Steel to actually be in the jungle and Severog to be in the lane, allowing him to get those easy stacks and become the walking raid boss they need him to be, which means Reborn has a carry pick here. We could see Drongo. We could see Revenant. Hell, we could even see Twin Blaster Sparrow at this point. I highly expect we're going to see Revenant picked up, though. And that's exactly who we see.
You're so smart.
The good old Revy Rev. It's like I've done this before.
Have you picked up Revenant last?
I've never picked up Revenant last.
Okay.
Revenant always gets picked up first. I don't play competitively. I play pub games. It's Revenant first and then Severog instantly following that. We're jumping into game number 2, guys. You guys saw the draft here. I'm ready to see game number 2. Is Team Limitless going to be able to come back and make a play here? Or is Reborn going to slowly but surely dictate the flow of this map and pick up a game number 2 win and move into the semifinals tomorrow?
Well, let's figure it out in 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys, you saw the draft. Let us introduce these players once again. Inori-chan in the mid lane. In the mid lane on support. Morigesh here. D-Bake in the jungle on Steel. Volotho is going to be playing Muriel. Ruthless Maha in the offlane on that super sweet lightning skin for Severog. And Power is going to be back in the support 2v2 lane on his carry, Murdoch.
It's like everybody's a support in this lineup for you, Notch. Meanwhile, for Reborn, it's going to be So Nazgul playing the Zinx. We've got Jay Leo handling the jungle duties as a Grux. We've got Reflect. He's going to be heading over to the solo lane with the Kwang. Logic playing the Revenant. And then finally, Involve. Hang out on the mid lane once again as the Fae trying to get the early damage onto Inori-chan.
So we hear a lot of talk about the strength of Sevarog. One hero that is, I think, is very, very strong right now is definitely Kwang. Kwang got a buff the last patch. He does more damage. His Light of the Heavens lasts longer. His ultimate, I mean, just across the board, more damage, a little bit more attack speed, and of course that 6 seconds Light of the Heavens, which makes him just a tank if you max that first. I think he has a really good chance here of punishing Ruthless Maha on Sevarog. It's all about getting those last hits for Sevarog to make sure he's able to empower his Siphon and give him that extra ability of tankiness and health from those Soul Siphons. Involve continuing to be aggressive in the mid lane on Inori-chan here. Involve, where would you put him as mid laners? One of the best, if not the best, in the Paragon competitive scene?
Involve is the GOAT, okay? He is the GOAT of mid laners in Paragon.
That means the greatest of all time for those of you who don't know what GOAT means. I think Drake coined that phrase.
There's a lot of people that it applies to. Definitely Involve here. He even forced Inori-chan to go for the swarm first on Amorgesh, actually bypassing her damage abilities. So he's clearly putting a lot of pressure onto her and really playing this matchup as Lefay. He realizes that Morgesh has to get in close in order to do any damage to him, so he can just kind of get the distance poke out with the nettles and make life really difficult for the opposing mid laner.
So Inori-chan picked up Armored Footman first. The 20% chance to reduce basic damage taken by 50. Interesting first pick for a mid laner there. I'm expecting Exoskeleton, or for Involve's case.
Ooh, look at this rotation in the jungle. Reflect's going to get over to D-Bake as well. Smash and grab on top of the Judgment of the Heavens, and that's an easy kill. I mean, that's just what you expect from Jay Leo. He goes for some early rotations to the enemy team's black buff, and then he just waits behind that wall, waiting for somebody to show their face or maybe getting a gank off on the solo lane. And this is what you have to come to expect from Reborn. Jay Leo's always going to get aggressive on the map, and he's even doing it here, picking up the Shadow Plane buff to get even more aggression out, and they might even take both of them over to the duo lane. Now, they will walk over a ward for this, so they'll have to deward that first, and the lane's already pushed up pretty far, so might not be the same kind of fight we're used to.
No, maybe not the smash and grab, unless he goes behind them here. I like the aggression coming out of Jay Leo. He knows he's got full health. He's got full mana. He's still invisible for a couple more seconds. Volotho is low. They push this under the tower, and he dives it. That's exactly what they're going to do here. Jay Leo is going to miss that knockup, but he is going to land a smash and grab into the double pane. Volotho running around the tower here. It's just one shot. All you got to do is get it. There it is. But unfortunately, it does look like Logic is going to fall as well. So carry for support, not always the best trade.
Trying to get that last hit on the Involve is going to take a little bit more than he bargained for. Can Involve get the kill? This is why he's the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. He sits underneath his tower, and he outplays the Marrakesh, who had him dead to rights there.
Gotta love the juke and jive coming out of Involve, making sure he lives with just a sliver of health. Reflect being aggressive in this lane. Ruthless is very low. Ruthless is level 4, so is Reflect. Reflect has got the health advantage here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the mini wave to continue this push. This D-Bake coming around.
Into a Colossal Blow, looking for the bonk onto Reflect. They may be able to find the kill here. Reflect doesn't really have a good way of getting out of here. It puts the Judgment of the Heavens onto Ruthless, and he'll just walk. Okay.
He's got to be careful, though, because here comes a Morgesh, and Inori-chan rotating over. He's going to hit him with that Hive and mark him. Reflect is low. Is Inori-chan level 5? He not quite. There's another mark.
Like level 3?
Is he going to be able to get the kill?
Don't
die under
Mark.
Tower. I get it.
You don't need to aim Mark. Involve coming on through on the backside here onto the Morgesh once again, and he's going to take yet another kill, going for the Aqua buff as well. It looks like Involve did not quite pick that up. Looks like D-Big did get it.
Yeah,
so,
got it.
Man, one thing taken away from Involve, but you can't take the kills away, and he even managed to save Reflect there, who was baiting. It's so strange to see a Marrakesh at level 3 just go around the map like that.
I mean, he's picked up Vanguard Captain. This is a 7 health regen. Nearby ally heroes block 4 damage from minions. This effect does not stack. So it's Possess Spriken Light. It just means you can, instead of having that Curse card, it's something he can get rid of. Of course, not as much health regen coming out of this card as Possess Spriken. But again, it does give him that health regen that you definitely need in the mid lane. Unfortunately, Inori-chan getting very aggressive, and both times it has not paid off for him. Involve still continuing to pressure mid, while we've got our duo lane over here of Solo Nazgul and Logic just keeping this tower pushed up, and not a ton of rotation coming out of D-Bake. I know he's here now, but I don't feel like he's pressuring this lane enough with how aggressive these guys are being.
This is the second time that we've seen a steel jungle today, and both times it just hasn't really worked out against the very experienced team. And I think that's mainly because he doesn't have as much presence around the map, and you need these teams to really be able to put some pressure into the river, get those buffs out, and Steel isn't really allowing you to do that both times around here. He's at just level 4, still looking for his shield slam, and it feels like he has to be so effective on the map in order to just even get there.
Yeah, and it's again, it's about those rotations and being a presence in these engagements. And unfortunately, like you said, he's not been a presence in these engagements. He showed up a couple of times, but it's always just a second too late. Again, with as far forward as Logic and them are pushed, you'd expect to see him a little bit more in this lane. Good stun coming out of Solo Nazgul onto both power and to Volotho. Volotho is going to fall because Logic just dealing all of the damage here. We look at this lane setup. We look at this stun. If that stun bounces, it stuns for longer. You in tandem with a slow coming out of Logic, and if they needed it, Solo Nazgul also has a slow as well. They have so many different ways to control this dual lane over here, and they're playing it very, very effectively. 36,000 gold to 25,000 gold over on the side of Reflect. Again, that massive advantage. 4 kills already for Involve, Pith. He has got quite the lead as of this moment in time.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, in the solo, we've got the Subjugate going to miss from Ruthless, and the Judgment will hit from Reflect. Now, how much do they really want to go underneath this tower? Reflect is going to take some damage from it. Ruthless may want to continue to get that, but the smash and grab comes in from JLeo. Here comes D-Bake with the shield slam, but by the time he gets there, Sevrog's already dead, and now D-Bake has to run for his life away from Reflect and JLeo. Meanwhile, the Long War the Wall also helping out, or trying to, across the map. Now looking at Logic, he's looking for the Obliterate, will get that last little shard of it to kill off Volotho again on the Muriel, who's been having such a difficult time here.
Yeah, Volotho on the mid game at 0-4. They've moved him to this support position, and he's just being bullied right now. Again, Team Reborn doing what Team Reborn does.
No. You didn't want to jump up like that, Power Flower, and again, Solo Nazgul is going to take advantage from there, throwing out the Ricochet stun, and it's another easy kill for the duo, and they'll probably find another Tier 1 tower. They're taking a total of 2 off the map up against Team Limitless.
Inori-chan back up, getting aggressive on Involve here. Involve doesn't have damage. There's the Sevrog. Involve is in some trouble here. The Colossal Blow is going to miss, but they are going to be able to secure that kill with the Curse there. And the River Buff is going to go to the Sevrog. So good rotation, able to, I guess, relieve some of this pressure for Inori-chan in the mid lane. He needed that kill. Faye is 5-1-0. That is a big spike of gold incoming for Inori-chan. And he definitely... Oh, he didn't get the kill. The kill went to Ruthless. I was just kidding. Ha 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 ha.
That's a good joke, Notch.
Ruthless picked up the kill. That would have been a good influx of gold for Inori-chan. He definitely needs that right.
Trying to get some pressure onto the Murdoch again. They're going so deep for this one. Now, with that kill onto Involve, again, an experienced team probably would have tried to take something off the map from it. You probably could have even gone for a Fangtooth there, but there was just no pressure at all for Team Limitless, and that allows Reborn to continue to stay on their roll. The key with getting these kills is that you have to find something after it. And I just feel like Team Limitless aren't getting too much after all of these. And now Jay Lee is going to go for a green buff, with all of Reborn going right on into the jungle to help him secure it and make sure that Team Limitless can do nothing about this. Ultimate onto D-Bake as well. Jay Lee is looking for the smash and grab. He'll get it, and the steal is going to be annihilated over in his own jungle. There is no spot on the map that is safe for Team Limitless right now.
No, I mean, just, again, perfect map control coming out of Reborn. They're going to back off here. They're going to pick up their first Fangtooth of the game. 10 minutes into the game, Fangtooth will fall here for... I'm saying it will. It most likely will. It should. I don't want to cast or curse myself here.
They could just stop attacking it. They could all get disconnected, Notch. The world could end in 2 seconds.
See it. They tried to steal with long arm of the law. That could have been a thing that happened. They do pick it up. So that's their first Fangtooth of the game. Solo Nazgul, I don't know if he realizes this or not. He is actually playing support, but he's 5-0-2. Logic is sitting at 2-1-2. No, he's not. He's not support. He's on Zinx. I forgot. Logic sitting at 2-1-2. Involve 5-1-1. 59,000 to 42,000 over on the side of Reborn. Again, just controlling the flow. They're controlling the pace of this map. This is what they do. No matter who they're playing, this is just classic Reborn. Proper rotations, good map control, good map awareness, and just dictating how this game plays.
Kill Fangtooth.
Kill Fangtooth. Reflect, doing reflect things. Rotation from D-Blake. D-Blake just a little late. Again, just a second to 2 seconds late every single time. And Reflect is back out and away to safety here.
It's such good understanding of the map by Reflect as well. I mean, maybe he gets caught unawares, but he's just so in tune with the timing of this game that anytime D-Bake even thinks about getting some kind of retribution in that lane, Reflect is already back. There's nothing for him to get there, and that just speaks to even more of the map control from Reborn. And right now they're just kind of looking around the map for something to do because the Fangtooth is already killed. And right now they're just almost chasing heroes underneath their own tier 2 towers. Reborn are definitely in control of this game, and Team Limitless have to find something. They have to find D-Bake with the shield saloon. They may get it here, but Jay Leo's on top of it with the smash and grab going right for the steal. Nice double ultimate by the Faye. Here comes the steal slam. Only on to Jay Leo, though. Is it going to be enough? He's definitely tanky enough here. Long arm of the wall is going to be off the mark, and Inori-chan goes right for Jay Leo. Can she get the damage that she needs? She needs to get a curse. She's going to throw it out there to kill the jungler, but it is just in tatters right now for Team Limitless. Reborn are all over the place. They are taking down every single hero here. Inori-chan trying to get around to the side, trying to work with that regen, but it's still 3 heroes dead on Team Limitless. Make it 4! As Lotho is going to get cleaned up underneath the tower, and I don't think Reflect is done here either. Gets the judgment onto Inori-chan. That should be the full 5-man team wipe for Team Reborn, and they mop the floors. And will probably find a tier 2 tower for themselves as well.
Jay Leo with that tactical feed. We're so used to seeing it happen. Good rotation coming out of Reflect there, chasing down the race car that is Moragesh, allowing them to pick up a tier 2 tower here. Not going for the Orb Prime because respawn timers are so low for the side of Team Limitless, so they're happy just removing those jump pads. Fangtooth is going to be spawning here in just a second, and they should most likely rotate over here and pick this up. Fangtooth is now
Look at that guy.
Up. Black buff on the side. It's not a black buff anymore. It's the amber buff on the side of Reflect, which gives him that extra dot damage.
I call it the stinging buff.
The stinging buff, the buff of death. They'll be able to pick up this raptor, gigantic raptor, basically uncontested. Can we talk about this raptor pit here? This Fangtooth pit? What are these aliens holding orbs? You think we're going to see one of these as a hero?
What? Let's take a look at this. All right, let's take a look.
Just look real quick. They're running back to lane. You see him? You see him in the jungle?
Yeah.
Like he's in the raptor pit?
It's like Oracle from Dota.
I want to see one as a character. Anyways, back to the game at hand here. Involve in the mid lane. There's 3 there. Involve, I would say, has to be careful, but he is going to back up and get away. So Fangtooth number 2 picked up for the side of Reborn. Reflect landing a 3-man tether into an ultimate here. Power Flower and Volotho are, I'm assuming, pretty low. I've got a bug. I can't really see their health.
They're all bugged, Notch, and it's going to be another beautiful ult from the Faye coming in onto 2. And Nori-chan just walking in the middle of everybody. Colossal Blow is going to miss onto Solo Nazgul. Realist trying to find something to do here. Logic goes underneath the tower, gets the Obliterate and the Reckoning out onto the enemy Murdoch. I don't even see anybody dead on the Limitless side, but there are indeed 4 people done right now, and D-Bake is done so as well. That's going to be another full 5-man team fight for Team Reborn, and it doesn't really seem like they're stopping anytime soon. They haven't really gotten to their final stop on this Paragon train.
No, I mean, it's all aboard. Choo, choo, choo. Choo. Tier inhibitor is going to fall here. Leo was, oh my god, brilliantly fortified by Team Limitless. They should still be able to take this tower here. They've got the minion waves. Nobody's no longer taking it. Brilliant fortification, just delaying the inevitable. And they will pick up that inhibitor in the mid lane. Inori-chan, be careful. The stun is going to miss from Solo Nazgul here. but mid lane is just busted wide freaking open. And
Well, you know
that's
what,
gonna be our
Notch?
prime.
Yeah, it's our prime time, baby.
Prime time. What time is it?
It's
prime time.
Oh yeah.
Prime time. If you got the emote, spam the prime time emote in chat. Exclamation point sub. Sell out. What? Prime has been picked up for the side of Reborn here. They're gonna spend all that sweet gold they've accumulated over the past like 4.5 minutes here. Massive gold lead for the side of Reborn. Involve, you called him the GOAT earlier. 8-1-5. He has just been a massive presence on this map. More so than everyone else. I mean, good ultimates coming out, fly traps for everybody. And helping his team really control the flow of this game. We're going to see Reflect most likely solo push because Reflect is going to be, with the lead he has, really be able to deal with Sevarog here. But I fully expect another tier 2 and inhibitor to fall for Team Limitless.
Look at this. Involve getting aggressive once again onto D-Bait. Gets those Bramble patches out. And it's going to be a pretty easy kill going their way once again. Just cleaning up a steal. He's supposed to... This guy's supposed to be tanky, ladies and gentlemen. Taking him out in a couple of hits. This is just how far ahead Reborn are in the power of the Prime.
That was an inhibitor, or that was a tier 2 tower. It's gone. It's Race Car and Nori-chan just running around the map like a crazy person here. Still going to fall, unfortunately. Involve continuing to be aggressive under that inhibitor. Power Flower. There was a Murdoch there. Not anymore. Second inhibitor is going to fall. Reflect just dealing the damage over there, tanking up a tower, trying to kill Ruthless. This could be GG if they decided to end it here. They want more. Reborn once more, ladies and gentlemen. Ruthless has got to be careful. Solo Nazgul tanking under this tower. Logic is there, slows him. He gets knocked up, but it doesn't matter. Involve is going to help him secure that kill. And just, I mean, GG no re?
Well, it will be no re for Team Limitless as they are knocked out of PCL NA number 12. We've had 12 of these events, Notch. You've been here for pretty much every single one of them here on the NA side. And, well, Reborn have been here for a lot of it as well. And they're definitely showing their experience here up against Team Limitless. Just making short work of their foes and taking game number 2 of this best of 3. We'll see them tomorrow in the semifinals, Notch.
We will see them tomorrow in the semifinals. We've got some good matches in store tomorrow. Congratulations to Reborn. Moving on, we saw Azura Rage move on as well. We do also know, if you got exclamation point bracket, Guile Esports and Oxygen will be tomorrow's semifinal matches. Some great games in store. Short broadcast today, guys. We saw quick matches from each one of these teams we casted. Reborn and Azura Rage just putting on a clinic. There's a reason they're the top teams in the competitive scene. Reborn has been here the longest. They tend to be a crowd favorite. I'm not seeing any copy pasta in chat here or Reborn spam, but they tend to be the crowd favorite. Put on a really good show. Tomorrow, Pith. Tomorrow, I think, is when the real games happen.
Yeah,
not the
absolutely.
real games. That sounded super BM. Let me rephrase that. But you know what I'm saying.
I knew what
tomorrow we've got Reborn versus Oxygen. This is a what's the word I'm looking for?
It's a clash of titans.
A clash of I like Clash of Titans, but these guys have fought back and forth. You know, when Oxygen made their appearance, they came out and dominated Reborn like the first time they played against them, and these two teams have gone back and forth. But I didn't mention them earlier. I'll mention them now. Guile Esports has really made a name for themselves the past couple events. They've come in and put on really good shows. They beat Toronto Esports. They've taken a PCL. On top of that, Azure Rage, who played really well today. I am super excited for tomorrow's patch, getting to see the powerhouses of the competitive scene.
There's a patch tomorrow, Notch? What?
Did I say patch? The powerhouses of the competitive scene playing on this
You're not
new
supposed
patch.
to leak that, Notch.
I apologize. New hero coming tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Will be played in the PCL. So I'm very excited. Pith, what did you think of today's matches? Give me your honest opinion. Not too honest, but what did you think of today's matches?
I think these matches today only make me more excited for tomorrow. I think that we still have a lot of work to do as a competitive community to make it so that we're not so excited to get to the next day of matches that we can be like, oh, we've got these matches in the quarterfinals and they're amazing. You guys need to check them out. They were pretty good today, but I think everybody's kind of just ready to get to tomorrow's semifinals matches. But I'm ready for the time where all these teams that are up and coming, show us exactly what they're about and take it to Reborn, take it to Oxygen, and shove Gal Esports down into the mud and show them that they're the real teams on the block.
That would be amazing just to see a new, maybe Arctic Wolves' new roster for the 47th time. Crazy Fool, if you're watching, maybe Arctic Wolves' new roster will come out and make an appearance and dominate these teams. But again, guys, we're excited for tomorrow. Hopefully you guys join us tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, semifinals and finals. Who is going to be, I'm going to say it, the last PCL of 2017 champions? You guys will have to find out tomorrow. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting competitive Paragon. Thank you for supporting the PCL and the game itself. If you guys want to support these teams before we end it, ! Matcherino in chat. Every dollar we raise goes to these teams. Help them buy a nice 10-pack of nuggets from McDonald's. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for more PCL action.